Now through November the 15th, boaters are encouraged to slow down on the water and keep a lookout for manatees. Really good to do that year round, but especially now. The majority of manatee deaths happen because of boat strikes. At least 465 manatees have died this year in Florida. Last year, 1,100 died, crushing the previous record of 830 manatee deaths back in 2013. Joining us this morning to talk more about ways boaters can spot a manatee is Craig Miller, the Curator of Mammals at the Jacksonville Zoo. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing well, doing well. So listen, we in Florida are so very lucky to have these giant marine mammals. They're so cool whenever you get to see them, no matter how many times you've seen them in the wild. I mean, it's certainly a miraculous experience right there. But they're in danger, and we've seen that specifically over the past several years.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a rough couple of winters for manatees, and especially talking about the unusual mortality event that's taken place in the Indian River Lagoon area of the intracoastal, and that's where the lack of seagrass down there has caused basically manatees to starve to death for the last 2 winters. And that's why the number of deaths has increased. Last year, for sure, like you said, was a record year, and unfortunately, this year is looking pretty bad. Hopefully, not as bad as last year.
Yeah, so certainly, Craig, we are looking into the issues with the lack of seagrass, with the environmental problems there. But something that is 100% preventable is us slowing down. We can make sure that we are careful when we're on the waterways. I mean, a lot of people just blow through these manatee zones. They don't care. They don't think about it. And that can cause so many deaths or just injuries, which are painful for these poor animals.
Yeah, we talk about living well with wildlife here at the zoo, and for sure with the water warming, manatees are dispersing from those warm water refuges, the power plant outfalls in the spring, so they're coming back into areas like Jacksonville. So we like to remind boaters to follow the posted speed limits, wear those polarized sunglasses so you can see animals there. There's a photo of footprints, what we call those circular patterns in the water that's created by their tail. And since the water's not real clear, it's hard to see a manatee, but if you see those circular patterns in the water, there's a manatee close by. So keeping an eye out for sure is critical. And again, following those posted speed zones is just critical when you're out there boating. And there's a lot we can do, even if we're not boaters. Fishermen, take care of your fishing line, even when you're fishing from shore. And we have to figure out how to clean up our waterways for all wildlife, and for us, for people as well. We want to swim in clean water, so that's critical as well.
It's always heartbreaking to see the manatees with those big gashes, the big slices through their backs, through their tails. I mean, you can only imagine how painful it is, and it's just not a good process there. I want to talk about the Jacksonville Zoo because I know that your organization is very instrumental in rehabbing some of these injured and sick mammals.
Yeah, we're proud to say we've released 28 animals, 28 manatees since we opened our Manatee Critical Care Center back in August of 2017. And right now we have 5 animals in our center, and one of them, as you talk about, is a boat strike animal out of St. Augustine that came in on March 7th. And she has multiple fractured ribs, collapsed lung, and we're keeping our fingers crossed because she's eating well. I see one on screen eating well right there. That's not her, but
Craig Miller, thank you. Thank you.
What's that?
We appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thanks for representing the Jacksonville Zoo. We'll be right back.
Thank you.